We are up about a couple thousand points, about 4,000 points since the bottom. Why is that? Well, it's because a lot of people started buying back and they bought the dip. Well, one, the German government itself bought the dip. They are manipulating, it seems, because they bought back $111 million. Now, that's a lot less than they sold, but they actually bought back on the dip. So in a surprise, the German government, known for the recent large-scale Bitcoin sell-offs, has just bought back a significant amount of Bitcoin. They purchased 1,915 Bitcoin worth 111.5 million. So they are pumping and dumping as well. And they bought it from Kraken, Bitcoin, and Coinbase. Obviously, that's not the only reason we bounce back, but is one of the small reasons we bounce back. This move comes after weeks of high-profile Bitcoin sales by the German government, which had sparked market volatility and raised questions about their crypto strategy. Usually, governments don't have much crypto strategy. When they seize Bitcoin, they sell it for, well, profit. I mean, it is profit because they seize it. When they seize it, it's free, and they get some money from selling it. Germany's strategy is kind of weird because they sell it on the open market instead of selling it in terms of selling it in auctions like many other governments do. So the government transferred over 1,000 Bitcoin out of their wallets on Friday morning, with worth 57.2 million. A significant portion of this, 547.4 BTC valued at 30.1 million, was transferred to flow traders. Another 500 Bitcoin worth 27.1 million is believed to be sent to institutional or OTC reserves. That's right. So basically, some of it have actually been transferred to OTC reserves, and they will sell OTC. So this is not the first time the German government has made a significant move in the crypto market this month. On Tuesday, they transferred 832.7 Bitcoins, with 282.7 Bitcoins sent to major exchanges such as Bitstamp, Coinbase, and Kraken. So as they're selling, as the price is dropping, they're buying as well. So they're buying and selling, they're pumping and dumping. And remember, these governmental moves are picked up by the big whale trackers, and the big whale trackers tell everyone else, and people make moves based on the big governmental trackers. But they are pumping and dumping like everyone else. You know, like they dumped when we were at 60-something thousand, and now they're buying when we're at 50-something thousand. But they are not the only movers, though. Governmental sales are only about 3 or 4% of the overall ETF inflows. So the bulk of the sale was just people being afraid. Once people hear the news that big governments are selling, they freak out and they sell as well. When they hear news of Mt. Gox selling, they freak out and they sell as well. Even though realistically, the governments didn't actually sell that much, and it's not enough to move the market. But with a lot of retail people panicking, a lot of ETF buyers panicking, that's how they bring down the market, and that's how they manipulate you to get the prices you want. So don't play by their book. Because like I see a lot of retail, even a lot of ETF investors getting super, super scared when you see Mt. Gox transactions, when you see governmental transactions. And the governmental sales themselves are not that bad. Mt. Gox hasn't really begun to sell yet. Yes, they distributed to some of their customers, but the customers do have a small holding period. So it is basically fear that's bringing the market down and not really the sales themselves. But there's also a big security breach as a notorious hacker hits many banks, steals sensitive information from multiple financial firms. So crypto is not the only one. Now, these banks and financial firms, they didn't steal the money, because stealing the money stealing like electronic credits is kind of difficult because the bank can reverse transactions, obviously, but they steal your personal data and they're going to basically hold it for ransom. Maybe the feds will actually get this guy, but your data might be out there in the open. A notorious hacker has successfully breached a major U.S. bank, stealing sensitive customer information from a long list of financial firms in the process. Now, I don't really know which U.S. bank it is right now. It is a Russian-linked ransom gang. Lockbit has hacked its system and appears to have stolen most of its personal banking customers now. I do think like this might have some connection to the people that claim they've stole like the Fed stuff, but I think the Fed stuff was actually fake. The bank that reported this was the Tennessee-based lender Evolve Bank and Trust. Not really a bank I've heard of, but probably a fairly large regional bank. And in addition to the bank, multiple fintech firms have worked with the bank, including Affirm, Wise, Built, Marquita, Mercury, and Earnin have raised various statements either confirming some of their customers' data, which was also stolen in the attack, or announcing further investigation is underway. So there were many financial firms along with the bank, probably a lot of data out there that they don't want released. And of course, some consumers might actually sue the financial firms or the banks. The consumer rights law firm Schubert, Jochner, and Kolb says in total, the data breach has affected millions of customers. This is from Daily Hold. So there might be millions of customers worth of data out there in the open. And if you get scam calls, phishing emails, etc., this might be as a result of that. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.